Transition metals, yeah. All right, so we're going to go over naming. If we can get people to be quiet over on in the peanut gallery. All right. So transition metals are just mean that well, there are a lot of the metals that are in the transition metal section that have more than one kind of oxidation number. So let's get out your periodic table that has the oxidation numbers listed on it and take a look at them. Okay? Remember, on your big periodic table, there's a stair step right here. Okay? And if you're above this stair step to the right, those are nonmetals. Everything to the left of that stair step, those are all metals. Some of these metals have only one oxidation number, like calcium and scandium here. There's only one choice of oxidation number. Okay? When I say one oxidation number, I don't mean that it has to be a 1 plus. I mean it's only one kind of oxidation number. Okay? So calcium only has a 2 plus oxidation number. It can't be anything else. That's only one kind of oxidation number. Okay? So you don't need a Roman numeral to name it. Nor do you need a Roman numeral to name scandium, because it only has one kind of oxidation number. But titanium here has 3 different common oxidation numbers. So when you put it in a compound, if it's just titanium, the metal, there's no Roman numeral. But when you combine it with something else, it's going to get or gain an oxidation number. You have to name it by that oxidation number. Name it by its charge number. Okay? So let's look at titanium. We're going to combine it with all these oxidation numbers with some nonmetal. Okay? Chlorine? Well, he asked first. You want? How about I give you that one? I'll let you do it with sulfur for yourself. You want to do that? Okay then. Don't be difficult. And we're going to put it together with chlorine each time. It could be sulfur. Perfectly okay. What is the charge on the chlorine going to be? Has to be a negative. Now look, chlorine has 7 different oxidation numbers, doesn't it? But I need a neutral compound. To have a neutral compound, if this is always positive, titanium only has positive charges, then the chlorine has to be negative. Okay? So it has to be the only negative charge I have available to it, the one negative. Now that works for all these nonmetals except for oxygen. Oxygen has more than one negative oxidation number, but unless I tell you otherwise, you're always going to use which negative oxidation number? 2 negative. Always 2 negative for oxygen every time, all the time, unless I tell you otherwise. Okay? Well, it's not called di. It depends on what it is you're combining it with. Okay? All right. So all these are going to be 1 negative. So for the compound to be neutral, I have to have as many positive charges as negative charges. Okay? I can have more than one of these things to make it work out, but I have to have as many positive charges as negative charges. So to get a neutral compound of this titanium with a 4 plus charge, how many chlorines do I need, or chlorides do I need? 4. So when I put it together into the compound, it becomes titanium chloride with a 4 subscript. But it's not just titanium, because there's 3 kinds of titaniums here. We got to name it according to the charge. And the way you name it according to the charge is titanium Roman numeral 4. No space between the word and the first parentheses. There's a space between this and the next word, but the titanium is called titanium 4 to make it clear that it's not titanium 3 or titanium 2. But chlorine, because it's a negatively charged monoatomic ion called an anion, negatively charged ions are anions, and it's monoatomic, we give it an IDE ending. Okay? So if you're one of those people that's not writing this down, you're not practicing for success. Because practicing over and over again helps you remember it. Writing it down is one way to help remember it. Okay? So why don't you finish the second one using this pattern? Okay? You do the second one using this pattern. Really? Well, if you were actually doing your work instead of paying attention to this, you might not even know that.
Can I do this one instead?
Sure. You want to do the first one? Somebody else do the second one?
Can I do it? What? I'll tell you the answer. What?
No, he has to do the second one. I want him to do it.
Make sure you just type this. What? Oh. I'll do it in red.
Good. Oh, y'all get that? All right. What's the next question you got?